It's Weekend Update with Unique Divination on Urban Mystic TV. Hey family, welcome to Weekend Update. I am your host, Unique Divination. So let's get right into the fuckery of the world. Today is January 13th, 2018 at 10:34 p.m. Eastern Time. The weather, it is currently cold as fuck outside. It is wintertime. Stay your ass in the house. If you're going to go to fuck outside, make sure that you are dressed properly and not like a thought. This weather will leave you out cold like the Five of Pentacles reversed. Oh, be prepared, folks. Be prepared for the corny, mystic jokes to go along with the news. All right, anyway, so moving on from the weather, we go into movies. So I'm going to list the top 4 movies that came out this week. The first movie that we get into is Molly's Game. It came out in the theaters on the 5th of January 2018. Director Aaron Sorkin, actors Jessica Chastain, Idris Elba, Kevin Costner, Michael Cera, Rachel Skarsten, Chris O'Dowd. Plot outline. Based on the true story of Molly Bloom, who was many things, an attractive young woman, a world-class Olympic skier, and purveyor of the world's most exclusive, high-stakes poker game, Hollywood royalty, sports superstars, and business titans all took part in the game. This sounds boring as fuck. I'm not going to continue. The next movie we got that came out on the 12th is The Commuter. Director Jean Collet-Serra. Actors Liam Neeson, Patrick Wilson, Vera Farmiga, Sam Neill, Jonathan Banks, Elizabeth McGovern. Plot outline. On his daily commute home by train, unassuming insurance salesman Michael Woolrich is contacted by a fellow passenger, a stranger who offers him a tidy sum of money if he can identify a secret passenger. That sounds crazy. But he soon realizes the stakes are dangerously high, and not only for him, but for everyone else on the train. Sounds kind of interesting. Next movie, The Post. Theater date, January 12th. Director, Steven Spielberg. Actors, Alison Brie, Tom Hanks, Meryl Streep, Sarah Paulson, Carrie Coon, Bruce Greenwood. Plot outline. Inspired by real events, Katharine Graham is the first female publisher of a major American newspaper when she takes over the Washington Post. Longtime editor Ben Bradley comes across the story of a lifetime, the Pentagon Papers, a massive government cover-up of Vietnam that spans 3 decades and involves 4 presidents. The story has implications that could not only harm their careers, but their very lives, as well as the future of the newspaper itself. Sounds like real life. It's always got some shit going on. And last, we have Proud Mary, which aired on the 12th. Director Babak Najafi. Actors Taraji P. Henson, Neil McDonough, Danny Glover, Xander Berkeley, Billy Brown, Margaret Avery. Plot. Mary is the master of her craft, a hit woman who is as deadly as she is serious. But after a hit goes wrong, a young boy is left behind, one who does something Mary never thought possible, awaken her maternal instincts. No comment. Next on our lineup, we got TV shows. I'm not really following anything, and I don't really feel like looking up the latest TV show. So I'm just going to tell you about the TV shows that I'm interested in that should be coming out soon. Luther. I saw on social media, and I posted to my Instagram page at Unique Divination, that he was filming the first episode of Luther. Where are my ladies at? I know y'all happy. I'm happy. Luther is everything that I've been waiting to see. I've been waiting for him to start filming another season. I was lost without it. And the crazy thing is, I didn't even follow it when it was airing on TV. I'm kind of like a late bloomer. I don't pay attention to stuff, and I really only start caring about it until like it shows up on Netflix or like Amazon or some shit. But I'm trying to change all that. That's why I'm doing this weekend update, so I can stay abreast to things. Abreast. All right, so the next show is Gotham City. Was loving the show. Season 4 was only 11 episodes, which I'm fucking clueless as to why, because every other fucking season was like 22 goddamn episodes. Had me fucking trapped in my room, consumed in the darkness, fucking watching Gotham City, right? And then they only come with fucking 11 episodes for season 4. I was mad as shit. I was waiting like for extra episodes, and I'm like, let me fucking Google if there's any more. And then there's no more, so I'm kind of mad about that. But it started in the beginning of the season kind of dragging, and then it picked up towards the end, and that's why I was so angry because I had actually started getting into it, right? And next I'm actually waiting for The Magicians. I believe this will be season 3. It airs on Sci-Fi. I have no idea when, but it should be soon. Next we move into music. So let's find out what dropped, or what's going to drop for the entire month. What's listed to drop. I'm right here on my good old friend Wikipedia. And so the first artist, Jeff Rosenstock, dropped the album Post. And January 5th, artist Cupcake dropped Etherize. The 12th, we've got artist Avatar dropping Avatar Country. Black Rebel Motorcycle Club dropping Wrong Creatures. Black Veil Brides dropping Veil. Borns dropping Blue Madonna. Camila Cabello dropping Camilla. Corrosion of Conformity dropping No Cross, No Crown. Francesca Michelian dropping 2640. Joe Satriani dropping What Happens Next. Megan Patrick dropping Country Music Made Me Do It. Tonight Alive dropping Underworld. January 19th, we've got Black Label Society, Grimmest Hits. Fall Out Boy, Mania. First Aid Kit dropping Ruins. Magnum dropping Lost on the Road to Eternity. And Of Mice of Men dropping Defy. January 26th, we've got Beth Hart and Joe Bonamassa dropping Black Coffee. Craig David dropping The Time Is Now. The Dangerous Summer dropping Dangerous Summer. Loudness dropping Rise to Glory. Nils Fromm dropping All Melody. Orphan Land dropping Unsung Prophets and Dead Messiahs. Therion dropping Beloved Antichrist. Ty Segall dropping Freedom's Goblin. Water Parks dropping Entertainment. Now we've got a to be announced for January. Anvil dropping Pounding the Pavement. Liam Payne with the to be announced on the album. And Ray Shremmerd with Strem Life 3. Okay, now let's get into books that are coming out. All right, I'm on popsugar.com and 16 best books hitting shelves in January. We've got A State of Freedom. Neil Mukherjee's A State of Freedom has a central focus on migration, but through 5 central characters. We are shown a portrait of contemporary India unlike anything you've ever read. At the end of the day, it's one hell of a book about the human condition. Let's see, I'm only going to go on the top 5. I'm not reading the top all 16. And hopefully next week I'll have another source for books. Number 2, Naman. Nick Harkaway, better known as the son of legendary John le Carre, I have no idea who that is a force to be reckoned with, and his new novel, Naman, is strikingly original and downright addictive. Harkaway brings the reader into another world and presents them with a puzzle that can only be unwound through compulsive line-by-line reading, and even then you'll still be searching for clues long after you put the book down. These are the top, well, whatever. Phone. Will Self's latest novel, Phone, is a dizzying, riveting, genre-bending romp that is utterly without comparison and will transport you to a slightly off-kilter world that leaves you questioning what you thought you knew at every step of the way. Whatever. 4. The Immortalists. Chloe Benjamin's The Immortalist tells the story of 4 children who seek out a fortune teller who claims to be able to tell you the day on which you'll die, and how it is that they choose to live the lives that unfurl before them and the land up to those fateful... No. Last book, The Afterlives, right? In Thomas Paris's, oh no, they spelled it wrong. In Thomas Pearson's The Afterlives, a 30-year-old man dies, except not really, because suddenly there's a question of what's real, what isn't, and what happens exactly after you end your term on planet Earth. That sounds kind of interesting. Our next segment is sports, which is kind of crazy because I don't even fucking watch sports anymore. I don't care about the NFL. I heard the Eagles won today. Well, yay. That's all you're going to hear about me. For sports, fuck sports. If, they want to blackball a person for taking a knee, because that's his way of speaking out against racial injustice, then I'm really not feeling the sports. They're kind of overrated to me. So, on to the next one. Next subject is politics and religion. What the fuck do we have to say about that? The world still hates fucking Donald Trump. Politicians in America are crazy as fuck. Everybody still wishes Obama could have served a third term. Oh, Oprah. Everybody wants Oprah to run for president in 2020. What do you guys think about that? And as far as religion is concerned, Christianity, Islam is still trying to control the fucking world and to make everyone worship their God. In the conscious community, we've got some issues going on with some brothers. We've got Dr. Umar Johnson, who is, I guess, a child psychologist. He deals with children who may have special needs. He assists parents in urban communities, I guess, deal with issues revolving their children in school, IEPs, that nature. And Tariq Nasheed, he's a social media personality. I think he's some type of producer. But anyway, those two have beef. Apparently, Dr. Umar Johnson was taken to the board in Pittsburgh, I don't know, somewhere in Pennsylvania, to determine whether he's been lying about being a licensed psychologist. And apparently the black community thinks that he's stolen the money that everyone has donated for a school. Now, from my understanding, he hasn't touched any of that money. Nobody can prove that he's touched it. GoFundMe has actually frozen the account. Whatever's in there can't be touched. And if anybody chooses to give a donation, now they will be asked, would they like a refund back? I seen a clip where he says that he's going to try to go ahead and get on the ball with getting the school rolling to stop these attacks and to stop having people assume that he's not building a school. My comments on that, I really try to stay out of the conscious community online because them motherfuckers is crazy. There's more fucking drama in the goddamn the spiritual community than there is in hip hop or any other genre or whatever. So I just had to talk on that because I was breaking. He went to court on the 9th. I think he'll get a decision in a few months. And I was watching a hearing. Somebody snuck a phone in there, and apparently the judge was calling him doctor. So this man is a doctor. All of you guys keep trying to discredit him and say he doesn't have degrees and all that other shit. I mean, why would a court of law be calling this man a doctor? So there it is. Our next segment is celebrity gossip. Let's see what bullshit is going on in the celebrity world. So, looking at TMZ here, and automatically it's a Kardashian at the top of the headlines. Apparently, Kylie Jenner, everybody gives a shit about fucking labor and online rumors and all this other bullshit. Blah, 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 blah. Some pictures of her with no clothes on. Something about Ronda Rousey just going back in the ring. I don't know what the fuck is going on with that. James Franco, accuser defends tweet about ruining people's lives. I don't even want to get into that shit. And then we've got a whole bunch of celebrities that's been accused of sexual misconduct. We've got Dustin Hoffman and Ben Affleck and somebody I don't know on the cover. That sucks. In hip-hop celebrity gossip, Eminem and Joe Budden, well, the world, or social media rather, seems to be saying that the song Chloroseptic is taking a dig at DJ Academics and Joe Budden. Apparently, Bizarre from D12 did not like how Joe's been critiquing Eminem's album, despite him saying that he has not listened to the album. He was only going off of the track list and the album imagery. 50 Cent said he was going to whoop Joe Budden's ass. Joe Budden said it's just for promotion. He's getting ready to drop a movie or a TV show or some bullshit. So that's what we got there. And people are still wondering if there is a Cardi B, Nicki Minaj beef, and if Nicki Minaj's verse was dedicated to Cardi B on Motorsport, because it starts off with, watch your mans, you should watch your mouth. And we know that Offset was just caught with like sex tapes or some shit, like having sex with a big booty African girl or something. I don't know. Some crazy mess. I'm off this shit. Celebrity gossip is crazy. Finally, we've come to our last segment on Weekend Update, and it is about what's trending on social media. So I just got on my Twitter, and I see that some crazy shit went down in Hawaii. All right, just after 8 o'clock this morning, Hawaii Emergency Management Agency was having like a changeover shift, and somebody accidentally pushed the fucking wrong button, sending a statewide emergency warning of missile attack, according to officials. The military and police were notified within minutes that the alert was in error. It took 38 minutes to send out the all clear to the public. What kind of bullshit is this? What the fuck is up with that shit? That's a hell of a fucking mistake to make. I wonder if he still has his job or anything. That person didn't mean it, but yeah, whatever. This concludes the very first episode of Weekend Update on Urban Mystic TV. I am your host, Unique Divination, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Please like the video. Please like, for me, pretty please. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you had not subscribed already, so that you can get notifications, especially for Weekend Update. All right? Talk to you later.